the upgraded version, so I have no clue.
Why they on an iPad.
I love this computer. This computer is so good, but it's just, I guess the mic is weird. I maybe have dropped it a couple times or hit my little brother with it a couple times.
Yeah. One of my clients had a book, and he had a very similar problem as far as his wasn't noisy. His mic just totally stopped working and wasn't even, it was seen, but he couldn't use it for anything. So maybe they have funky mics. I don't know.
Maybe you can try the a different
Like a headset
with, and then that might work better than your PC microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that really quick. I have some headphones with a mic, but they're Bluetooth, so let me see if I can connect them.
Wait.
It's like a machine gun.
Yeah.
So anyways, so how's everybody today?
Doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing good. My eyes is about to pop out doing statistics and spreadsheet analysis and what else? QuickBook, accounting 205.
Oh, yeah.
I was dealing with QuickBooks for 3 hours this morning for my job. I hate that company.
Actually, I like that one better than the spreadsheet analysis, but I'm enjoying it too.
I like the program. I hate the company. I was just on. So we have one of my clients is the largest dairy in Idaho, and I do IT, and so their QuickBooks file, which is like a 1.5 gig file, their balance sheet was out of balance. And so, like, we had to get that fixed and talking to some dude in India, and he was hilarious because he's like, "Oh, how are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've been better. I've been on hold for an hour and a half, and I've gotten hung up on twice." and he's like, in the middle of it, he's like, "Okay, sir, will you promise me to smile if I finish this?" I'm like, "Okay, sure, buddy." Like. It was just like this weird cultural language thing, and it was bizarre, to be quite honest. But
yeah,
anyways.
Dealing with the company's financial, especially if it's a messy one, not fun.
No, and it was interesting though. It was like I go through it, and their balance sheet on the year is like $69 million. I was like, holy cow.
Jeez.
Cows are more expensive than I thought.
Well, they produce quite a bit.
Okay, is this better? Or does it still sound like a machine gun somehow?
Still clicking.
It's better.
So it doesn't make a clicking noise anymore?
It is still clicking.
Yeah. Weird.
Okay.
Better, different.
I have no clue why it's clicking because I'm using my headphones now.
It's an improvement, though.
Did you change the microphone though?
Let me try that.
Because you might only have it to sound.
Does this work? Does it still click?
No different.
It's still clicking?
Yep.
Dang it! What the heck? I have no clue. I even switched the microphone to my headphones. So, let me try this. Is this better?
That changed,
yes.
Oh wait, I can't hear you anymore.
It's good. We can hear you and you sound good.
Hey, that's better. Hey, Bradley, I put you in as
I can't hear you guys anymore, but you guys can hear me, I think.
Yeah, you sound good.
As to present to everyone so it doesn't keep popping our window when we talk. So, okay. Bradley.
What was that?
I put you to as the hold on, what is this? Percent
Oh,
everyone.
You made me
So-
the handsome star of everybody here.
Yeah.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
because if I do that, then it will not keep popping. Whoever speaks, it will not pop on the main screen. It's
Yeah,
just
that's fine.
on one person.
So I already told Marie, and I'm not sure if Gavin was listening, but I have not had a lot of time to look at this tonight. Unfortunately, I'm the bad student tonight.
You're fine.
Just because, yeah, I've just been a little crazy with work. But before we start, I do have some awesome news.
Okay.
I think I shared last time that my son was did a tryout for a national team. Did I tell you about that?
No.
No. So my oldest son, this last weekend went to Boise, and there was a tryout for he got invited to try out for Under Armour's baseball factory national team.
Wow.
Baseball, and he made the team. So
Oh, heck yeah.
he's going to go to a tournament in Vero Beach, Florida, like right around Christmas. So we're super excited.
That's
Wow.
way
So
cool.
he made it to the traveling team, huh?
Well, it's like a national. It's not a traveling team. It's
Mhm.
different, but it's cool. It's like
Oh.
Bryce Harper went through this program and a bunch of
Mhm.
other Major League Baseball players. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty proud of him.
What position does he like to play?
He kind of plays everywhere but pitcher, and then he tried out for shortstop, but they want him to play third base. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we have a very short season here for our baseball, just of
Yeah,
the
same.
snow.
Same with us. We have our summer program that works really well. Okay, so I totally have forgot. Like, I mean, it's been. I know we take the quiz,
Uh-huh.
but we kind of go through. Do we want to talk about the individual preparation? Did anyone have any questions there?
I kind of would like to go through it really quick.
Okay.
It was a little rough for me.
Okay, let me share my screen, and we can just kind of go through it here. Stand by. What is this doing here? Here we go. Oops.
Well, the one thing is that the mean and the standard deviation, I was learning that from my B211, 215 class at the same time. So,
Oh, that works out well.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I learned that in my last class, so that's good. Because I took that spreadsheet last
Semester.
semester. Yeah.
Mhm.
Darn it. So, Sam, what did you find, or what's something that you need to talk about or look at or talk about?
So really, I only had one that was a little difficult for me, and it was the very last one, number 10.
So create a table and compute the standard deviation by hand using the data, several bird flu data available on the wiki page.
The data comes from our reading from lesson 3. It's like
Mhm.
2/3 of the way down.
Nice squishy.
That kind of did that mess up the screen share?
Let's see.
Does it look really big to you?
We're just looking at like the top left corner of the first page.
Yeah, okay. I see the same thing. I just didn't know if that's what, I don't know why. I try to click on this link here. So it says, you said how it was like 2/3 of the way down?
Something like that, yeah. Let me see if I can find it again. Or no, not that far. It's halfway down.
So I'm trying a new location with my
Sorry, I got kicked out of the dining area.
It's right at the picture of a bird with its head cocked to the side.
So I'm too far.
Yeah, not that far up. It's right. farther.
Now walruses.
Okay, right there.
This one. Okay, so this is our.
That's our info.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is how we need to calculate our standard deviation. Okay. So what I'd like to do, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab something and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
1 second.
I think I have that file. Nope, not that one.
All right, sorry about that.
No worries.
I had to grab my caffeine-free Coke and.
Hey, they
Math?
serve caffeine-free there. It's not
Huh?
easy. It's not easy to find caffeine-free here in California.
Yeah, it's a. You know, at Albertsons here they have it, and actually, it's not a. Funny as it is, it's not really a religious thing for me. It's I have a real minor heart condition, but caffeine exacerbates it, so I can't. I haven't had caffeine in like 3 years now.
Wow.
So sad.
Well, it's actually not good if you have a weak heart.
Yeah. Okay, so what I was wanting to do, let me see if I can figure this out here. Sorry if I'm like making you puke. Okay. So I was just gonna. Can you guys see that on my iPad here? But you can't see where I'm drawing. Let me make it thicker. Okay.
Maybe once you're done. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's better.
Perfect. Okay, let me, because I haven't done this yet, so let's look at how to, you know, help me help you, or let's do this together, right?
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so essentially there's the, ooh, that's going to be a little thick, a little too thick. Can you guys still see that?
Yeah.
Not really. Oh, well, you can't see it because I'm not in the right.
That's better.
1. Let me just write down the numbers here. So then it's like 39.1, 0.5. So do they give us the what do you call it, the equations or anything in this?
Yeah, they break it down step by step. It looks like they only do the left side of the table. They're only doing the left side data. If I'm looking at it correctly.
Okay.
They show you both sides, but then they only do the left side.
So
the first step, it says, is to find the mean of the column 1, which you just take the sum of them and then divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
right. So if we do, we'll pop open the calculators, do 38.1 plus 3.3 plus. This is why spreadsheets are so much better than doing it by hand.
You can do the whole thing in one step on a spreadsheet.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay.
But I
so
think they want us to learn how to calculate it by hand, just in case.
so this 38.8, right, is this is the average or the mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's that.
Then it says to
Standard deviation.
Where is the equation? Is that, I'm trying to find it in here.
It's in it's down below step 6 under
step 6, like the first step 6, right? No.
The farther down below that rounding, it's almost towards the end where the graph. There's a formula there. Answer the following question, it says.
Oh, here we go. Well, that's just the end of it, isn't it?
At the end of it, hold on just a sec. Sample is N13.
I haven't looked. Does the answer key give you any hints? Does it like give you, or just tells you the answer?
Let's see. The solution.
Break it out at all? So I guess we could also Google.
Actually, yeah, it shows you a table when you do the solution thing. It gives you a table.
Actually, once you finish that, you can watch the chapter 3. What is that one? There's a video attached to. Let me go to that one.
Okay, so it says work out the mean or the simple average of the numbers. Then I'm just Googling it here. Then for each number, subtract the mean and square the result.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then it's going to say, so we're going to look here and we're going to say, okay, so this is a, so we're not, do we not care about this right column at all?
No, they didn't even do that side.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way here. Okay. So
Is
then
that
that's
38.8?
a negative 0.7, right?
Yeah.
This is a negative 0.45.
5.
Negative 0.4. This is a 0.7 and a
Yeah, I'll be right back really quick. I just have to use the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Yep. And a 0.9. Does everyone agree with that? That looks correct, and
Yep.
we need to square them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's negative when you square it, right? I don't think.
No, it'll come out positive.
So this squared is 0.49. I'm just doing this on a calculator. I think that still counts as by hand, right?
Yeah. Because you're doing each individual thing.
Yeah. Making sure I don't screw up the. I should have known that already. Okay. Then it says, then work out the mean of those squared differences. So now.
The mean? Oh, okay.
That's what this Google thing says. I'm just going by Google.
But on the paper, I think it only create a table to compute the standard deviation by hand.
So then the mean of that is 0.44. Take the square root of that and you're done. So 0.663324, blah, blah, blah. Now, I guess let's see if that is even close to right. Does anyone have that open, the key?
The answer key?
Yeah.
Oh, let me check.
They have it at 0.742.
Okay, so that obviously didn't work.
Let's see. So they say on this, it says once you take the square of each number, then you take the sum of those.
Okay, so then it says you take the sum, and then what?
Of the 0.49 and all those numbers there. And after you get the sum, then you divide the sum by the number of observations minus 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 1 is 4. So you do the sum divided by 4.
You squared it minus 1.
Do you square it at any time on that, did you say? So like,
Hold on, let me see.
Not sure.
that mirrors that, doesn't it, for you guys? That's weird. So do you do this step then and then add these? Oops, hold on, that's a weird. There you go. Do you add the squared step or do you add the pre-squared step together?
No, you add the squared step. So you squared them to 0.49, 0.25, blah, 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 and you add the sum of those.
Well, I don't have number 10 on the answer key.
Just for fun, I'm going to do this in Excel just to check. Yeah, so I mean, Excel does give the 0.741, so yeah, we're definitely wrong. Okay, so now let's start with there. So we did the squared step. So I'm gonna add the 0.49 plus the 0.25 plus 0.16 plus 0.49 plus 0.81. Okay, so now we go to 2.2. So now what do we do with 2.2?
So it tells you to divide it by the number of observations minus 1. Since there are 5, then you divide 2.2 divided by 4.
Okay, that gives us 0.55.
Okay.
What do we do with that?
And so that's the variance, and you take the square root of 0.55.
And that does give us, so the square root of that is 0.7416, etc. So that does work.
That's why we have Excel.
It is why we have Excel, because that's much faster. But no, it's good to know. So I guess as long as we have those steps in order.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the mean of the numbers.
And you subtract the number, the mean from the number.
Yep, you subtract it from each number, you square those, you add them.
Divided
that
by
number. Yeah, so I think that's just something we need to take notes on, or go through it a few times. Like,
yeah. Okay, well, sorry to.
No, actually, that is a good one.
No, that is helpful, because I think in the Excel class, you just did it, right? Like they had to do some math sometimes and say, okay, don't just use the shortcut. Here's the equation, but that really helped me understand how to go through the steps. So I think that's great, and thank you for speaking up. That's huge.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so now do we want to look at the quiz?
Sure, let's do it.
Step, right? I don't want to be jumping the gun.
No, I think we're good on I think we're good on that.
Yeah, the quiz is what's next.
I can get into that. Just a sec. Okay. Let me just view this side by side.
I'm going to actually reshare my screen and share my whole screen, since it looks like we're needing this Excel file as well, supposedly, not this Excel file. Is that wave too small for you guys to see?
Hold on one second.
Hold on, I'm just trying to view my screen side by side.
I can see that.
You guys can read it and everything. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why but I don't need that. I need. Am I watching him for a minute? I'm on a video conference. Okay. Guess I get a dog sit too, so. Okay, so. I need the Excel sheet on the right side. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? There we go. Okay. Use this following information. So find the mean amount hospitals had to pay in the wrong site lawsuits. So we can use Excel, right?
I think so.
Wrong site. Wow, this is ugly.
Okay, we're lesson. Am I in the wrong one?
We're lesson
We're in-
3.
Yeah.
Lesson 3.
Week
Group
2, lesson
quiz.
3.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I'd say everyone should like open theirs up and just make sure we're all looking at the same thing. I'm assuming we would.
What number are you looking at?
Number 3. But I mean, I would open the Excel file just to be safe
Okay.
that we're all looking at the same Excel file. So that way you guys aren't, just putting in my answers. And also, I would think it's all the same. It has to be, I think.
Yeah, when I open up my Excel sheet, I see the same thing that you see.
Okay. Okay. That's the number I get is an average. Find the mean amount hospitals had to pay in order. So we have 80,041.243. Or no, it said nearest whole dollar. I thought that said third decimal.
Lawsuits.
Yeah, so I have the same thing, but I don't have the 0.24. I just did the 80,041.
There you go. This is easy. I love Excel. Okay, find the median. Median of wrong site lawsuits. Same thing. And again, I guess it doesn't have to be the whole dollar because it was already a whole dollar. I got 68,005 pages. Is everyone pretty familiar with some of these Excel commands? I don't want to just like run through these, just assuming everyone's comfortable.
Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with these. I got the same answer for number 2, and then I already did question number 5 I did, but I'm not sure if any of you guys have done that yet.
No. Is it the same wrong site? Okay.
Sent.
Did you get this number that I got? Oops. Did you get 71,404?
I did.
Okay. Number 6. What was the mean survival time in months for these 4 patients? So we'll just continue to use Excel here. So it was 5, 19, 1, and 3.
Yeah.
And the average of that.
7.
Perfect. Everyone's on 7. Number 7. What is the mean or median? So we'll just do median. Four for the median. Okay. If you were able to compute the variance by hand, the following table could be used. Use this table to answer the next 3 questions. Give the number that you would that would be entered into the space labeled A in the above table.
Deviations from the mean. So first we have to find the mean, which, oh, it's the same numbers, right?
Is it? Yes. Okay. So the mean is
7, right?
is 7. So 19 is 12, right?
Yeah, so it'll be 12, yeah.
Then B is squared deviations from the mean. What the crap does that mean?
Enter the B.
Wait, were you reading question 9? So
Yeah.
question 9, I got 36. Right,
36?
Yeah, I got 36. I'm not sure if that was right, but
So 1 minus 7 negative 6 times squared is, yeah, 36 would be right, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So you take the 1, so it's 6.
Minus
Essentially, it's
7.
6 squared, right?
Yeah.
Is the okay? That's a weird way of saying it. So it's essentially the same thing as the first column. You just square it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Label B.
Everybody still good so far?
Yes.
What is the standard deviation of survival times? Okay, I'll do that real quick. That's tdev.s. Oops. So it's 8 point something, and they said months rounded to the nearest 10th.
so 8.2.
Yep. 8.2 months. Save that. For the next 3 questions, get the 5-number summary for the wrong patient lawsuit costs. Okay, so we're back on the big spreadsheet. What is the first number in the 5-number summary?
And the 5
What is a
number summary.
5-number summary? That's new to me.
So there's the minimum number. So the first one is going to be the smallest number. The next is the 25th percentile, I think. And then there's the median, or the middle number. And then there's the 75th percentile, and then the maximum number.
Yeah, and so if it was the first number, it should be 0 then.
I don't suppose there's an Excel command, is there?
On
Yeah,
patient
because
side.
there's 0 in there, so the minimum would be 0, right?
Yeah, the minimum will be 0 then.
And so what would be the second number? What do they define that as?
The next is the 25th percentile, I think, but I don't know how you figure that out.
So it's from minimum to maximum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 5-number summary here.
Okay, so
The first quartile is how you tell me.
so is it the large formula?
I guess there has to be a way to calculate this, right?
I'm sure there is.
Try the large equals large. Battery's running low. What in the world? Hold on just a sec.
Google, baby. Let's see here. I don't want a video, I want to see it. There's the max. We know the max. That's easy enough. Minimum, easy enough. Average. But where do we get the quartile? Oh, there is a quartile. Okay, I got it here. I found the Excel command. There's a quartile Excel command.
Okay.
That's new.
And then you just put in all the
Well,
data.
exclusive, inclusive. don't know what that means. Hang on, let me just. There is a quartile command. Let me figure out how to
use it.
How to use it. Here.
Oops. Eight, 40,
Come here.
751.
Dog. I need to quit that. Let's just try this real quick. You entered too few arguments. Okay, so that's that. Comma, and we're looking for the first quartile.
Array of quarts. Array.
Okay, so according to this, it's 3,900.
And we are looking for the 25th, right?
Right, we're
Yeah.
looking for the first.
Yeah,
quartile?
I'm doing it right now. I'm about to hit enter also and see if I get the same thing.
Nope. Get it wrong.
Okay, so I got 3,900 also.
3,900.
Which one did you guys use? The just the quartile?
No, I used the EXC quartile. Let me just use what happens if we use the other quartile one just in case. If the inclusive matters versus the exclusive. They're the same. So it looks like 3,900 would be that, right? Because if in the 5-number summary, according to our lesson book, the second number is the first quartile, right?
Yeah, and then the next is the median or 50%.
The 50, yeah.
And then the fourth, now it's asking for the fourth in
Oh.
the next question, which is the.
So that's the third quartile.
Yeah,
or
and so
whatever you say.
if you just do it the other step, I get 50,145.5.
Yeah, and set to the nearest cent. So wouldn't it be 50145.50 then, right? It says to the nearest cent, and cents are in hundreds, right?
Yeah.
At least that's
So-
how I would.
You can put round on the top in front of the formula and make it rounded.
But if it's money, you know, I guess that's what if they're asking for the nearest cent, then the nearest cent would be 50 cents, right? Not 0.5 cent.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be safer to put 0.50 instead of 0.5.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
much is that? 51?
50145.50.
Okay.
So 50,145.50 cents. And answer 12 was 3,900, and answer 11 was 0.
Okay.
Red box.
So this one's asking for the third quartile, in which the third quartile will be around 190.
So we have to go off. We're going off of this little graph, right? Is that what we're doing?
I think that's the idea.
So, given estimate numbers. They'll probably just say as long as we're within so and so, right? So I guess we need to just make sure
Yeah.
we're reading this graph correctly.
Yeah,
Right.
because the first line at the very bottom of the time, seconds, is the lowest, and then you got the first quartile, the second quartile, the third quartile, and then the max.
Yeah,
At the very
okay.
top.
I'm looking at that thing right now. So,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
so it's saying
So
if we're looking for the third quartile, then we're looking at that top line. So like what you said, like 190-ish, right?
Yeah, right under 200.
And then what is the longest observed time in the given study? that would be like 710.
Yeah.
And then based on the block plot, what is the value of the mean? The mean is right at like 110, right? 105. That
I'm not
middle
sure if
line
it's that.
is mean, correct?
I'm not sure if that could be determined with the
No, that's the
information.
median. Right? Median is different than
Yeah,
the
so it gives the median, but it doesn't give all the numbers to make the whole total thing where you can then add all the numbers and then divide it to get the mean or the mean. So I'm not sure if that can be determined.
Yeah, I think you're right because these are all exact. Does everybody agree with that? That it's a something that we cannot define?
I'm okay with going with that.
Beck's plot, the value of the mean. Yeah, because they're all whole number and then it's lower.
Well, I'm ready to submit and again be the guinea pig here. So let's see what happens.
Oops, did I not say one?
That looks good. And 100% again.
Sweet.
We're awesome, guys. You rock.
Good job. What happened to my thing? Did I not
guys see our
save
new-
one?
You guys see our new puppy?
You got a new puppy?
Aww.
A French bulldog?
French bulldog. His name's Kaladin.
Yeah, well, my brother-in-law has two.
Yeah.
And they usually like if they're white, if they're pure white, they tend to be, they can't hear or something.
He's cream. He has more.
He has some spots. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
he has
good.
more brown on him, so he's considered a cream. Yeah, you good?
No,
What do you mean? Take your
I didn't
assignment?
get my book off there. Come
I'm still not sure what you're asking.
on.
How old is he or she?
He is, 14 and a half weeks, something like that?
Oh my
No.
goodness.
He's a cutie. What do you mean?
I know my book is usually from red.
This?
No, the other weird one. Please will be finding a link directly.
Hey, my girlfriend's here, and so I'm going to leave. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah,
No,
they-
you can't.
Okay, sweet. Thanks,
Well, we're
everyone.
good,
Thanks for.
yeah.
thanks
Have a
for
good
help
day, you
again.
guys.
Have a great
See
night.
you all next week. Good night.
Okay, bye.